Hey y'all, welcome back to Pancakes and Pandemonium. So for those of you that are new here, I am Sarah. And guys, I am so excited to do this video. This is a collab that I am hosting, and it is super near and dear to my heart. It is to kick off the month of April with an autism awareness collab. It will be going live on April 2nd, which is Autism Awareness Day, and I have a group of super amazing ladies who have had autism touch their lives in many ways, be it through motherhood, siblings, cousins, nieces and nephews. The stats are that most of us have been or will be touched in our lives through autism. Our kids will be in classrooms with kids with autism, and based on their severity on the spectrum, they may or may not know it. I have become hyper aware of the spectrum and kids on the spectrum because I have 3 kids on the spectrum. This is my oldest, Brian.
Hey y'all.
My first baby, the boy that made me a mama, 19 years old, graduating from high school. So we love to kick off April, usually with pizza, usually with a game night. Having kids with autism, especially in the younger years, April Fool's Day was not a thing for us. Jokes weren't funny, pranks weren't funny. Now they can be a little bit more jokesters than they used to be, but we're still really conscientious of feelings and stuff around here. But I thought we would start the video talking to the kids, especially all 3 boys, and get their perspective, how they feel like their life is, what it's like on their end being autistic and such. And why not start with the man, the myth, the legend, the Rai. Okay, so Rai, you've been autistic your whole life. We were really clued in when you were around kindergarten aged, and you were officially diagnosed around age 9. But do you think about it? Are you always aware that, what is it like for you being autistic?
That's a good question. Like there are hyper mental person with autism. They don't have the same way as me, Alice and Mason, but I still think, like they're young, they're little type of thing. Like I need to be careful how I look at them and what I should show them type of thing. Like music, that's good, but I have to be careful what I show them.
You're very thoughtful about you think about other people a lot, and you're very thoughtful.
Yeah. Over the years since my crazy life, I basically have to mature and think like, oh, I have to play around, but have to be serious at the same time, type of thing. So I have to be called upon to do lots of chores. Everyone do that, but it does get annoying. But most of all, also us autistic people, we get emotional here and there, but some of us knows our surroundings and some of us don't. like some of us are still in fiction, and others are still in facts. Some are different, and I still have to respect their opinions.
Very good, buddy. What's it like being the oldest brother in such a big family?
Ooh, like I said, lots of chores and being called upon a lot.
You have a lot of responsibility.
Like for instance, I have to uh, help Dad with a certain thing. Not gonna specify, but a certain thing. Every now and then, I have a method to do it. It's not pretty, but it do work like a charm.
I mean, yeah, that's part of being the oldest, I guess.
Like I have to check everything. I have a personal franchise that I like, but none of my siblings get into it. Only me. So I have to basically get into everything, but see how it do. So that when it get into detail and how it do, I can either like right now I'm how to put into words. I don't know how to put in words. But still, I have to do everything in my power to protect, love, and treat my siblings with respect like they do with me.
How do you feel about graduating high school this year?
Tough. Since the pandemic, I have no idea where to work, and I have no idea what I wanna work at. So I am gonna go to a Pacific school to help me get into a job.
Do you have a lot of comfort that they have a program for you to move into after high school that helps you with that? Does that kind of help with the anxiety?
The program basically just takes us on field trips and help us find jobs that's
And it helps you with reading and math skills a little more. But does that help like your brain knowing that you have more support in those areas?
I have no idea, but I will give it a shot and try to see how it goes for me. I have to see where it will take me. If it doesn't take me anywhere, then it's not the right thing for me to do.
Fair. All you can do is try, right?
Yeah, try something new, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Ryan, you are just the best, and you have the best attitude. All right, buddy, can you send in Alex next?
Oh, sure.
All right,
Hey,
this
Mom.
is Alex. This is my second oldest.
Hey, guys.
He is 17. Yep, 2 in a row, 17 months apart. So, like I was asking Ryan, same thing with you. We don't know if you've been autistic from the beginning.
Like, you didn't even know you had me.
Alex was well hidden through half of his pregnancy. It's an ongoing joke and reference in our family. But yeah, he seemed to develop right on track. He was a baby that very much preferred to be alone. He did not like to be held a lot.
Heck, if anything, I like to be my playpen of all places.
He really did. He kind of like had this collection of stuffed animals that was like his crew. And so we definitely had signs early on, but he had a seizure at around 15 months old and stopped walking, stopped talking like he had been normally. And that is when we saw a lot of similar symptoms to Ryan. So from that point on, we definitely know, and then he was in speech therapy, followed a lot of the similar pathways. He was never as severe as Ryan. His pathway in school has always been a little bit different, but still he's been a very like sensory oriented child. I would say he has been my kid that has probably had the most instances with bullying and stuff and anxiety. Poor kid. So it's been a very different journey for him in a lot of ways. But he was diagnosed back to back with Ryan. So if Ryan was 9, Alex was 8, stuff like that. So what has it been like with you having autism?
I gotta say, I don't really know because it's hard to remember that I even have autism. Like, it barely shows up. Like, at least in my point of view,
It's just who you are.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't feel like it's something flashing in your face.
No, I can't help it.
It's okay. So it's not a constant reminder in your face. Like, it's not like flashing lights. Autism. You're just you living your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't think about it a ton.
Nope.
Do you ever have moments where you feel like it creeps up on you, or you're reminded of it?
Sometimes I will be like, what happens if I was never autistic, or different scenarios, but yeah, not very negative stances.
I agree. I don't think it's been a negative in our lives really at all. Yeah. How do you feel about being autistic and the second oldest in such a big family?
I don't really know because at one point I get a bunch of responsibilities, but on the other hand, I'm older than her.
Yeah, they have a whole rivalry. Gracie's behind the camera. Alex probably has probably the deepest coping mechanism. You're always in your headphones. We always joke around that you barely know what's going on.
In your defense, I usually put earbuds or headphones on, and it would just drown you guys out.
Yeah, we know. Do you feel like you have a ton of responsibilities as the second oldest?
Yeah, I mean, not that it's anything bad per se, but it can be challenging.
Sure. How do you feel going into your senior year next year?
I don't know. Like, at one hand, like finally, school's almost done. But on the other hand, like, holy crap, I'm almost gonna be in college.
More school.
What the heck are you doing, Chris?
I love you, buddy.
Love you too, Mom.
How do you feel being an older brother with autism?
I don't know. I don't really know because again, it's not like it's flashing in my face. Like, I'm aware that there are people younger than me, but again, the autism doesn't just flash in my face.
Right. What about the siblings? Like, do you find it challenging to be an older brother? Overwhelming? Are they just there?
Not to be offensive or anything, but the last case.
They're just there. Oh you're great, bud. All right. All right, we're gonna have dinner soon. Will you go get Mason?
All right.
So this is Mason. Mason is number 4 out of 5. Third boy. He was my most different baby, my most different toddler. Got his haircut. So he did early intervention for speech. We've had done some behavioral therapy. He was in special education. When we moved here, they released him from special education after we made some decisions about what grade he should be in, which overall seemed to be a good choice. So he's a summer birthday, and he was just significantly behind where he was at. He was behind emotionally, he was behind academically. Starting school after the pandemic, we decided to hold him back a grade. I realize that's controversial for many, but we realized to do that in a new school in a new area. He was a summer birthday, so he still wasn't even the youngest kid in class. And he was on track with all the kids academically and more emotionally. He was making friends easier. You feel like you play with kids better now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when they tested him, they told us that while he did not qualify for autism on an academic level, which is very different, they did find his behaviors would qualify medically. And so we are actually pursuing that now. Very important to know that an academic diagnosis for autism and a medical diagnosis for autism are very, very different. Now, Mason, we know he's very sensitive. He gets overwhelmed easily. He is also a very, very sweet boy. This just became a therapy session. Why don't you tell us what it is like being you, Mace?
Honestly, I feel more comfortable when I'm around my family, but when I'm not around it,
You get anxious sometimes easily. Big crowds.
And honestly, sometimes when I'm not with anyone I know, I get kind of nervous. And
Do you feel overwhelmed easily if there's a lot of pressure?
yes.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of pressure being put on me, I would just be like, I pass on that, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're finishing up 3rd grade this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is our final term.
Yeah. 4th grade's kind of a big deal grade.
Yeah.
How do you feel going into 4th grade?
Honestly, my heart is beating really hard.
Yeah.
And honestly, I already had a lot of trouble during 3rd grade. I feel a lot of pressure for 4th grade.
Yeah. But we're gonna work really hard, huh?
Yeah.
We've worked a lot on friendship skills, and we have worked a lot on taking deep breaths and stuff when we're overwhelmed, right?
Yeah.
And we are working on better sleep and why it's important to have bedtimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What other things help you in those situations?
Well, the thing that I mostly feel better in situations is to either just hang out in my room or just sleep for a couple of minutes and try to forget about it. But if it doesn't work, honestly, I just do some stuff that makes me think of not thinking of it, and honestly makes me think I never had that in my life again.
Do you feel different than other kids? Or do you feel like you fit in pretty good?
Honestly, sometimes I feel like I fit into the world, but honestly, sometimes I just get overwhelmed a lot, and honestly, sometimes I just feel my uniqueness, and I feel the person I am.
Do you feel like it's a good thing?
I feel like if you are unique, you are special, and if you are unique too, that means you have a special soul.
And that's good, right?
Yes.
You're such a sweet, thoughtful boy. So, that's a good message about being different.
Yeah.
Would you like to leave anything with our viewers before you go?
Well, honestly, all I want to say is that if you think of just giving up on your life, you should think of all of the good times you had, and you should think of all of your uniqueness in your soul and your heart. Because it doesn't matter if you had a bad day, all that matters is your family and your friends.
So we're gonna finish up dinner. We're gonna play some games. I would bring y'all along, but it's just gonna get louder from here. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. I hope you got some insight and enjoyed listening to my boys. I hope you take time this month to be kind to your neighbors, your nieces or nephews, anybody in your life or who touches your life with autism. If you are a parent of a child with autism, know that I am right there with you. I feel it. I feel it every day. You have someone in your corner. So thanks for hanging with us. We love you. We appreciate you. The playlist will be in the description box below. We are going to be doing more things this month, including we're going to make puzzle piece sugar cookies, and I don't know what else. We're just going to see how it goes. I want to make sure I do some vlogs and list some resources as well this month. So be looking forward to some more autism content for sure, and go check out the other ladies. I know that they are going to have some great videos and some great information and some inspiration for you as well. And as always, subscribe if you haven't already, and come back because April's just heating up. We've got recipes, we've got cleaning and organizing, we've got crazy kids, we've got all kinds of things just right around the corner. And this week is spring break, so who knows what's gonna happen. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.